Welcome back. Check out what we're doing. Seems like it's an awful short year, right, Dawson? We're gonna set the pool up. We've got a terrible day. It's 45 degrees and it's Mother's Day weekend, so not too good. But if we don't get it set up, then we're not gonna have water in it. We're not gonna enjoy it till way after Memorial Day. So we've got a 18-foot Summer Waves little Coleman pool. It's 4 feet deep. What we like to do is take our sand, which I dumped, I don't remember how many loads we had, like 2 or 3 dump trailer loads of just a mason type sand. It's got little tiny stones in it. And didn't show you that part, but I took my screed board to 16 foot and we screeded this. And it took us about a good 20 minutes, right? Because I parked up on here in the winter and I put ruts in it, you know, so we got to fix it. But Dawson, he unrolled the tarp. We got a big old tarp. Got a couple holes in it, don't it? Not sure if it does, but it's pretty old. No? Good. And we want to put that down. And Dawson already put all the rails around. He's familiar with how to do this. And so we don't have to walk very far. We got the pins. We got the pump over there. We got the legs. That we had a nice solar pool cover that my mom gave me, but it was old and it was falling apart, so we had to do away with that. We need a new pool cover. It was pretty cool. We could reach that from the pool and just pull our cover on top at night. Made it quick and easy, didn't it? But you got to keep the debris out when you're under trees and stuff. This faces the south this way. It gets sun right up to about 6 o'clock, I think, so we do have trouble keeping this thing warm. I do have an old pool heater somebody gave me, and someday I ought to hook it up. So I'll set this up on time lapse because we did a video last year on this, and I forget how many views we had. Not too many, I don't think, but maybe you can catch something, and I'll talk to you in a little bit. All right, what we got is the little push pins. We got them in. The pool looks like a wreck right now, but we have to adjust it. We do want to move it a little bit. We're going to move it that way and that way a little bit this season so that we could use the roller, and it gives us more driveway space between here, because I tried to get a wagon and tractor through there with that deck on there, and it was pretty tight, wasn't it? So the key to this one is, let's show them what we got here. This is where they got smart. These sections are straight, and they used to make them where they're all the same exact thing. And the last one, oh, you'd be bleeding almost putting that together with your fingers. You'd be pulling so hard. Yeah. So now they cut away the inside edge, and it makes that pivot so much nicer. The only thing we might fight with today is it's 45 degrees out here. Like, my fingers are sort of numb like. And this isn't going to stretch like it does. It's hard to get the wrinkles out of it unless it's warm, you know. Mm-hmm. And so we don't know how far we're going to get as far as filling it and getting the wrinkles out today. The best thing to do is get a day of sunshine on it. We got it just about where we want it. On the edge of that, goes around our circle pretty good. We rolled the tarp up against the building. Maybe I don't have to weed through there. We'll probably roll these edges up, make it look a little better. And Dawson's over here cleaning the ladder. Gonna get that thing spotless. It's been sitting out in the weeds all winter. And then I'm gonna put the pump assembly in and the other hose out. I think all they gotta do to make these pools deeper is obviously just move everything up. I don't know why they can't make them deeper, that simple there. I wanted to drain on this side and I wanted to pump on this side because right here in the building I got electric. So, and then it's easier, it's right here on the side. This pool is like 3 or 4 years old now. It's doing well. We take it down every winter. A lot of people leave them up because they don't want to mess with them, but I'm so worried about being out here in the, you know, the North Country that it's going to freeze up, get 3 feet of ice, or be tall, you know, a total block of ice, and you know, a tree branch falls on it, something. So we take it down. It took us just under an hour to put it up. Took us about a half hour to screed our sand off because I parked a tractor and some other things, snow plow up on there, snow blower, different things, and we kind of wrecked the base a little. The tarp, that'll help. This came with a tarp, a round one, I believe, and I don't know what I did with it. Probably was garbage, but this one's a little bit heavier. We're going to roll up the edges. I'm not sure if we're going to use the deck. I set it out there in the woods. It's got carpeting on it and stairs. The stairs are kind of crappy, and well, the whole deck isn't great, but it was a used deck from somewhere. It's kind of nice to sit up there in a lawn chair and feel the reflection off the water with the sun and the umbrella, so I probably will use it. Dawson said we don't need it, but I do think we need it. Okay, I'm all out of parts. We just got our, you know, tube going back in. We got our filter cover, screen in there, little flapper. And then now we gotta set the ladder so he can get in and out. He usually takes and goes barefooted, whatever. Pushes the liner out so it touches, just about touches all the poles, and try to get all the wrinkles. And once we get all the wrinkles out, pretty happy, we just start filling it. Once we get in about an inch or so of water, we usually take in like a squeegee or push broom and just go from the inside out and just keep pushing, and it rolls any kind of little wrinkle out. And the sides, they'll straighten right out, but the base, we want it, I don't like a wrinkle in it, and it should be fine, I think, because we screeded the sand. It should be fairly level even. And so not too bad of a job. I think I can hear him with a pressure washer. He's just about done. He might set that in there and we'll level this out. And any of you guys out there that's got a Summer Waves or thinking on buying one, I hope this video will help you assemble. And Dawson, he can put this thing together really fast. And I like to do the pins. He does the slide joints. And you just put them in and turn these as you go. And they fit pretty tight. Put your legs behind the little catch there. And then just try to keep them vertical. They don't have to be totally plumb. We got to check your drain, which I never use, but make sure that's tight. And then put it in a location you want that's pretty level, hopefully not rocky. And they say put it right on the grass, but I don't want to kill my lawn. I kind of like it up here out of the way. And it's protected from mowing the lawn, whatever, too, you know. And we take it down so we don't do any landscaping near it. You see how much it's got to be pushed out. So it was sitting wadded up in a bunch all winter in the shed, so I think it's going to warm up in a couple days, and when it does, this is going to relax and get the wrinkles out. But I think Dee's going to go in there and he's going to push that out in a minute and he's going to check it out. Pressure washer just stopped, so we'll do that. Boss is getting in the pool. I'd leave the socks on. It's kind of cold out here. He's going to go in there and just kind of push the wrinkles out a little bit, get our pool roundish. And he's going to push the base out, try to get a lot of these. Hopefully the sun. Jump in, man. Head first. Why don't you jump in head first? But that's pretty comfortable on your feet, that ladder, right? Yeah. And he just goes around and kicks it out. He's going to try to just about touch all the poles. And he's looking back for cracks.
Wrinkles.
Better not be cracks. And try to get the wrinkles from the center out. But you got to get it kind of round first. And you see the way it's sewn? I can't believe they do a pool like this. Why they can't use one piece of plastic. But the seams this way, it's got to be kind of be stretched left and right, which in this case is north and south. But he's getting it basic shape, and then hopefully the sun this week is going to soften it good. And then once we fill it with water, it's going to start stretching. I'm going to go around and just check and see. See, it's got it out quite a ways now, but still about 6 inches away. And then I look at the poles and I try to get them in a 90 degree or straight up and down. That definitely helps him out. And you got to do a little adjustments. Get them just about vertical. They can't be in touching because you can't stretch it, you know. So it's almost a two-man job. Someday when we get rich, Dawson, we're going to have an in-ground pool, right?
Yeah, I'm going to dig it with your new excavator. Right?
Oh, yeah. I'm going to dig it with my new, I don't know what brand I want. Let's see what Let's Dig or Dirt Perfect wants, right? Be a Hyundai or Volvo. And then we don't know what size. Let's get a huge one that we got to pay a semi to move, you know.
Or just buy a new semi, you know?
Well, that's right. We could get a semi and move our own.
And then move your other 18.
Do it like Dirt does, right? Move his equipment. So he probably saves a lot of money moving his own stuff around, you know. It takes a day to move it all. Right there's a bad wrinkle over there. But he's going to monkey a minute. And I'm going to go and make some what? Spaghetti meatballs? He likes a meat sauce. He likes about 10 pounds of meat in it, don't you?
Yeah.
Where's the meat?
Last night for Mother's Day, we went up to, it's called Seven Kitchens Buffet and the Turning Stone. And we had a Mother's Day.
Well, the Turning Stone what?
Casino.
Yeah, the casino resort in Vernon.
And I got about every meat they had. They had crab cakes, all kinds of shrimp, plates of clams.
What kind of shrimp did you have? They had garlic shrimp that was amazing.
Shrimp, garlic shrimp, regular shrimp with cocktail sauce.
You had ham,
scampi,
ham,
I had ham slice. I had
turkey,
pot roast, chicken. I had
we took mom for Mother's Day, and the family couldn't get together on Mother's Day, so I said, well, let's go up on a Saturday night because they have prime rib on Saturday. Yeah. And they carved that off, and they had the au jus, and they had the horseradish.
But the reason it's called Seven Kitchens is there's a kitchen for each culture, and it's you pay one price, and it's a buffet, all you can eat.
So we had
Mexican,
yeah,
Italian,
yeah,
American, Chinese, Asian, what?
American. How many's that?
I don't know, like 4. I'm missing some.
I'll tell you a couple of the desserts I liked. They had creme brulee.
Yeah.
And it's in a little dish, a nice glass top on it. That was awesome. I had 2 of them. Tiramisu. That cake is amazing. Tasted like a coffee.
Lava cakes.
Oh my God. They had the.
Cupcake.
What was that blackberry tart thing you had? That was really good. They had
blackberry passion fruit. No, there was tarts, peanut butter chocolate tarts, and a bunch of stuff.
Oh yeah, and they had what was the caramel ones? They had 2 different types on these fancy little cups, and of course ice cream. And but my favorite was the prime rib. I think Mom's favorite. They had a pot roast, or they had a chicken pot pie in its own little mug. And crispy top. Oh my God, that looked good. I didn't get one.
All the classic American food, 'cause she likes stuff.
Yeah, she likes.
Used to that.
She likes home cooked American stuff.
We can't take her to a Chinese place because she'll just get French fries and whatever
she don't know what that stuff is. She's not getting it, right? Yeah. Hey, there's just something in there. It looks like a little pebble. I don't know what it is. And then look how nice and round he's getting it. So once we start filling this, he's going to take the squeegee or the push broom and push the wrinkles out. Once it gets to an inch of water, that's pretty heavy. Dawson, he's doing a lot of good advanced math classes. This is a 16-foot round pool, 4 feet deep.
Oh, yeah.
How much water, Dawson? Well, it's not quite 4 feet. The sidewalls are 4 feet, but I think we only get about 3 feet of water, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it's just under 4 feet. Is it 42 to 44, something like that? Yeah. I think the whole side. It goes up, what, 1 or 2 squares below the brown?
Yeah, it's like right here.
That's about 6,000 gallons. So we fill it out of our home well, and I do it slow. Our local water delivery guy, he wants how much for 5,000? For the old pool, he wanted $760. $60 or something. And that was a couple years ago. And I said, no way, the pool's $300. I'm not gonna do that. So we fill it slow, and it takes a few days. I don't know how many days, a week anyway, right? But I don't want to tire our pump. And it's springtime. We had the snow melt. We got no problem with water. If we're in a drought, I guess I'd have to buy water. But what he does is he backs down to the local creek and gets creek water. Got a little dirt in it, and he gives you that. And I just soon get cleaner water that I don't have to clean. So I'm going to be getting a cover because our cover's damaged. We've got the leaves coming on. The ash trees are coming on here just finally. The maples, they're about halfway out. So we still get a lot of them little spinners and junk. So there'd be crap in this in the morning. So I got to get a cover. And when we get that on here, that's going to keep the debris out. I'm going to try to get something that we can put on these rollers and adjust it. That's an old satellite dish. And that's just a, I don't know, bracketry I had. And we got that thing for free, didn't we? Yeah. Come and get it. So we went and got it. And that thing works great. Just crank it out and crank it back. Or pull it out and crank it back. So are you getting excited? Maybe in about 6 months it'll get warm enough to go swimming, huh?
For about a week, and then it gets cold again.
Yeah, living in upstate New York. That's what happens, guys. We need to get some heat on it, but they're not insulated. And so you're wasting a lot of energy to heat it. I did put heating coils and pipes up on the roof. The pump wasn't really that strong to pump it, and that didn't work out great. And I tried to solar things on the ground. They didn't work. Remember we had leaks and everything? Oh, we had so many problems. I said, oh my gosh. So a customer of mine, you saw me build, Dawson helped me. We built a small deck and a long set of stairs. Remember that one? Yep. A few towns over.
One of your most popular videos.
Was it? Yeah. Oh, one of our popular videos. And just a small deck. We tore a room off that was rotten. And we put a little deck there instead so they can get in and out. They didn't use it, and it was a seasonal home. But anyways, he said, you want this old pool pump heater? And I think it's a Hayward. And I said, well, and he goes, it's free. And I said, yes, I want it. It's propane. And it looked pretty good. So maybe I'll hook that up. We got propane tanks, and we'll get it heated. Follow along in the channel. We're going to have some upcoming things coming up. This is our basic pool setup. A Summer Wave 16 foot. I'll probably bring the deck out.
What'd you say, a 16 or an 18?
This is 16.
You said 18 earlier.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
We might have to measure that. Does that look 16 across or 18? Dawson might be right. I think this might be an 18. We used a 16-foot screed and it didn't reach all the way, remember?
Yeah.
Ah, so I think it's a 4x18.
Does it say?
That makes a big difference when we go to buy a solar cover, you know? No, I got the instructions in the house, but we'll go and check it out. We'll measure it. Got to tape measure in the truck, and we'll get a cover for it. And thanks for watching. We'll see you soon. We're going to start filling this thing. Okay, time to fill it up. We got the push broom with a squeegee here. We're going to get the wrinkles out. We're probably going to put in almost an inch of water, not quite. Get a little weight on the bottom, and it'll stay where you put it. Dawson's going to go in with his boots on. It's actually raining. You can't see it, but it's raining. I'm getting wet. It's dripping off the roof, see? And we got to get this thing going. Here it is, you know, mid-May. We got to get this going. I think 2 or 3 years ago, Dawson was in here swimming in April. We are so far behind. But I'm running it wide open for a little bit just to get the water in here, you know, enough. And then we're going to turn the hose down on a heavy trickle and just let her go for about almost a week. And that should bring us right up to about, I don't know, 2 to 3 squares anyway, 3 or 4, somewhere in that range below that brown line over there, and that should get us going.